I grew up in a relatively big family. I'm one of 5 kids, but I'm the oldest boy, and I grew up in fixer-upper houses. So when I got old enough, it became time for, I had to help start fixing bathrooms and putting down floors. I would like to sit here and say that it was like this super pleasant experience where my dad and I just bonded, but like we, if anything, just kind of argued a lot. We've bonded over that since, but I grew up knowing how to build stuff. And then when I got to college and was on my own, and some buddies and I started renting houses to live in, and stuff would break, as inevitably happens when you cram 6 junior guys into a house with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And, rather than either A, tell the landlord that we had broken something, or B, pay to get it fixed, I just started fixing stuff myself. If I needed a saw, I would buy a saw. If I needed whatever, and after a while, I kind of built this collection of tools, and would even make money building stuff for people, and it just became something that I just kind of figured out how to do and build things, and it was something that always kind of made sense to me, and I really enjoyed. I am a person who tends to live a little bit in his head. So I grew up in a family that asked really hard questions, and just kind of for sport, to just have deep conversations, and that can be a really great thing, and I've enjoyed it a lot at times, but it also, I think I tend to overthink things at times, and woodworking became this thing where I could just get away and make something. I had this moment, I think, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I was out, and I had a different wood shop then because I was renting a different house in East Nashville, and we had this 2-car garage that was separate from the house that I illegally ran electricity from the house to the garage into. And so we like wired this whole garage up, and super sketchily, and had a wood shop out there, and saws and different things. And I remember sitting out in this wood shop, and I was like 2 hours into sanding this bench that I was building. And I'm just sitting there listening to music and having the time of my life, doing arguably like a very boring task. And I just remember having this moment with God of saying like, why am I so happy in this? Like, why is this so great? And I feel like God just really clearly and really gently just had this moment with me of saying, like, you like building stuff because I like building stuff. Like, I made everything clay, and I think he kind of was like, started pointing out this thing in me of like, you're my son, you're an image bearer of me, and you carry some of my qualities and traits. And for me, like, the idea of creation, the fact that I can take pieces of wood and manipulate them and make things out of them, like, just blows my mind. I work in a digital world. I work in marketing. I make videos and work on messaging and all this different stuff, and to be able to get away from all of the noise and to make stuff. I make things all the time for work, but it's also like, it starts on my computer, it ends on my computer. There's never this like, I made this thing, other than like, click play on this. Every time I finish a spoon, or like I refinish an old axe or build a table, whatever, it's like everybody around me is gonna know about it, because I'm like, you gotta see this thing. I'm able to learn things that my hands now know how to do stuff that can lead to something that I imagined in my mind. And I just really enjoy the stillness and slowness of that, because like, everything could go away. Like, my access to like anything in this world, and I could still go into the woods and carve a spoon and just be with God in that moment.